Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel, where I'm continuing my NFL playoffs previews and predictions. So be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube to get all of my videos delivered directly to your inbox. In an AFC Divisional round matchup, the Houston Texans will travel to New England to take on the Patriots. The Texans, the 3 seed in the AFC, winners of the AFC South, defeated the Bengals in last week's wild card round to advance to play the Patriots, who had a bye in the first round after winning the AFC East. Obviously, the season ended differently for both these teams, and you can look back to the December 10th matchup between them, in which the Patriots throttled the Texans 42-14. Both teams went in different directions. You saw the Patriots leapfrog the Texans and earn that bye in the first round last week. So that's where we stand heading into this one. The Texans coming off of a sort of a workman's-like effort to defeat the Bengals at home last week in the wild card round. You saw a fan base that I was surprised was so outwardly booing their team and things of this nature. I mean, you had a home playoff game. I know it's not the weekend you were expecting to have it, but have those fans gotten to the point where home playoff games, they're booing their own team? Nonetheless, I think the fans were upbeat after the game. The coaching staff certainly looked upbeat after the game, as the players did, as they pulled out a win against the Bengals. Sort of looked like an exhaling moment to me by the Texans that, they escaped with a win there. I think they know they escaped with a win based on the fact that the Bengals offense had nothing for the Texans defense. You saw J.J. Watt absolutely play like he was possessed yesterday, between bat and down passes, sacking the quarterback. He's definitely well deserves the NFL Defensive MVP award that he probably will get here shortly. I liked what the Texans did in the secondary. The return of Jonathan Joseph, who did not play in the first game versus the Patriots, will definitely be a difference. So I look for Brandon Lloyd to have less of an impact on the game there. As far as the Texans go on defense, it's going to be big for them to try to protect against that initial onslaught against the Patriots. If you remember in that first game, just a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, it was the Patriots offense that got off to a 21-0 start in the beginning of that game and really put the Texans back on their heels, and it just got away with them from there. So if I'm the Texans on defense, I need to make a conscious effort to those first 4 or 5 series and making sure the game is still hanging in the balance. The one thing that makes me nervous from a Texans standpoint in this game is their offense. I don't like what I saw from their offense at all in the game against the Bengals. Yes, the Bengals were prone to sack the quarterback. Coming into the wild card game, they had 51 sacks. 40 of them were from their defensive line. So I know the Bengals have a pass rush and that they're a good defense. But with the way the Texans played, not finishing drives yesterday is what really bothers me. Because against the Patriots, when you get down in the red zone, you can't just kick field goals. You have to score touchdowns. And Matt Schaub and this offense in the last half of the season have really not shown the ability to do that on a consistent basis. So that worries me. I think to rely on Arian Foster for the 35-40 touches he had last week every week is going to take a toll on him. And I don't think you can expect him to produce at that level every single week without some help from Matt Schaub, Andre Johnson, and the passing attack. And again, can the Texans execute in the red zone? Well, the Patriots may be susceptible to the big play on defense. They're good in the red zone on defense, and they're also pretty opportunistic. So I don't know what you get out of the Texans offense this week. Can they score the 27 to 30 points that would be necessary, that I think, to beat the Patriots? At this point, I'm not really sure about that, to be honest. And I don't look for them to turn Tom Brady over that much or the Patriots offense. And I don't look for the Texans to have too much of an advantage on special teams. So I think a lot of pressure is going to be on their offense, and we'll see if they can come through. From the Patriots standpoint, another AFC East crown, another home playoff game up in Foxborough. It doesn't look right now that from a temperature standpoint, the weather's going to be terrible in Foxborough. You never know, though, with the elements. A cold rain, ice, snow, as prone to happen in New England. Definitely an advantage for them against any team, not just the Texans. But on the field stuff, I think you're seeing their defense play a lot better the last half of the season, more opportunistic. Okay, getting Aqib Talib, I think, was a very savvy pickup by Belichick. It gives them a decent cover man. So for this week, for instance, it gives them a decent guy to go against. Andre Johnson on the outside. It frees them up to maybe blitz a little more than they have in the past. I think the Patriots' defense is good when they blitz, and I think the numbers sort of bear that out this year. But I like the Patriots' ability to force turnovers at home here on defense. I look for them to be able to stand their ground against the run. Usually the Patriots have problems against these teams that throw the ball all over the place, which the Texans aren't right now. As far as the offense goes for the Pats, I mean, you get Tom Brady, and you get 4 guys that they try to cause mismatches with. Wes Welker, Danny Woodhead, and the 2 tight ends, Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez. There's probably only been 4 or 5 games this year where he's had all those 4 guys plus Brandon Lloyd on the outside at his disposal. He gets all his guys back. They're healthy. They've had 2 weeks to practice now. I think it's more about that the Patriots are clicking on all cylinders more so than what the defense does to them. I think if Brady's able to get the ball out of his hand quick, they're pretty much unstoppable as far as scoring points goes. I don't look for the Texans defense to turn the Patriots over a lot. The only way I could see this game hanging in the balance or being a close game late for the Pats is if J.J. Watt just completely disrupts the game. If he's batting down passes like last week, sacking the quarterback, if he's able to force any fumbles, if he's able to do that kind of stuff, he could really wreck a game. But I look for the Patriots to get everything going away from him. Quick passes away from Watt. Okay? Roll the protections towards Watt. All these different things to try to neutralize him. I think he's that much of a game changer, and I think the Patriots realize that. The Pats will look to run the ball. I think, though, like you'll see, though, if they can run the ball, they'll keep on doing it. But they have the ability and the savviness to when something's not working, okay, what's the next thing we can exploit? And they'll keep on exploiting it until you stop it. And, I know you're getting Jonathan Joseph back for the Texans, but let's say for argument's sake, he takes Brandon Lloyd relatively out of the game. And if you remember back on December 10th, Lloyd actually had a good game. But let's say Lloyd's taken out of the equation. Then what do you do with the other 4 guys that pose a threat? And I didn't even mention Ridley yet, who's having an under-the-radar, very good season as well. So I like the Patriots at home this week. The spread is -9. Patriots are favored by 9 heading into this game. I went back and forth on this. I just don't think you're going to get enough from the Texans offense. They haven't showed me enough that they can really score with the Patriots. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised for the Patriots to only score 24, 27 points against the Texans defense. But I don't even know if the Texans offense can score 17, 21 points, certainly with the way they played yesterday and with the way they ended the season. So I look for the Patriots to zero in on defense on Arian Foster, make Matt Schaub beat them, get a lot of pressure up the middle against Schaub, who's not very mobile. And I like the Patriots -9 at home to win and then to advance to the AFC Championship game. So I like New England -9 in this game. Again, you're laying a lot of points, but for the reasons I said, I think the Patriots will come up on top in this one and win by anywhere from about 10 to 14 points I look for. I don't look for it to be a total blowout like it was on December 10th. So anywhere from 10, 14, 17 points I think they'll win by. Be sure to check out my other playoff previews. Be sure to subscribe to my page to get all of my videos delivered directly to your inbox. And as always, you can catch me on Twitter at SNewsAnalysis. And thanks a lot for listening, guys. And let me know what you think. Have a good day.